Hello. Hi, Instagram. Um, and thank you for Vincent, another subscriber on YouTube. Um, Nice to see you there. So, here's where I left it. My little periwinkle drawing with my ink nibs yesterday. Okay, I was told by a professional, hey Shadow, how are you? Look at your little, who is that? A panther? I don't know who that is, but he's cute. Eric told me I could smush the nibs to make them fit into these things more snugly. So I tried it with two. Unfortunately, the first one didn't survive, but this one's fine. It works. Okay, and I learned something yesterday. So this nib, it's really fine. It doesn't have a lot of like line variation. It has some though, surprisingly. It's the Speedball Hunt like 102, I believe. Hi Vince. Yeah, so I like it. And for a reason I didn't even expect. So I wanted something a little flexier. So I bought these from Jet Pens. This blue pumpkin something or other. It is pretty blue. You can't really tell. And then this other one that's a rose, super flexible nib. Let's see. Well, this light is purple. It's not gonna help at all. So I like these a lot. There's a lot of line variation, but you have to dip it every single time. It puts out so much ink so quickly that it's like Chris was saying, dip and draw, dip and draw. So this was more convenient and pretty flexible. These were fun, but kind of annoying to constantly dip. But that's what you get when you get these dip pens, right? Who's this? Oh, this is just a point. I think this is to scratch white lines into ink drawings, but I use it to point, and also as just a fun, dangerous thing to poke myself with when I'm trying to get pens out of my container. So I'm gonna finish this. I gave her a little t-shirt design. I think I'm gonna I was trying to decide. I wanted to put something in her little window here, like behind her. Some sort of medium dark background. I don't want it to compete with her and then have like an opening behind her, kind of frame her head a little bit. Let's see. Scooch this down. And let's see. I'm trying to fix my windows here. I'm telling you, I just need a fourth monitor. One more monitor. And my day would be perfect. Okay, that's good enough. So, okay, and then yesterday, I was looking all over for my new granulating watercolor. It's right here in the drawer where it belongs. I was looking at all my stacks of treasures. It wasn't in there. It was put away. I did the right thing. So I was thinking, all right, so what in here would be good? Oh, I don't need you. Okay, so what in here would be good for background? Like this little background element. Let's see. I taped little swatches because these paints, look at them. It's very dark brown, but this is what they actually look like. They're pretty. So this is what they were advertised as. They look like sorbet, but this is what they actually look like. So what can I use for her? Oh, speaking of sorbet, I went to Salt and Straw again last night. We were talking about their crazy flavors, and they have a pickle sorbet. And so Joel was like, let's go, let's try it. And I got there and I chickened out. I didn't want to get the pickle sorbet. I got their tomato olive brittle instead, which is still kind of weird, right? They have this farmers market series thing going on, and they just pick some weird ones. I kind of like to taste the weird ice creams, but sometimes I want something, sometimes I don't want pickle sorbet. So I didn't get any. I did taste it though. It's weird. It's like the melon prosciutto ice cream that they have as well. The melon ice cream is so good. It's like super fresh cantaloupe flavor. It's perfect. And meat, like prosciutto. So it's like, yum, oh, that's interesting. Yum, oh, okay. And so then with this pickle sorbet, it was the, how do I even start? The cucumbery pickle part wasn't even that bad. It was kind of bright and refreshing a little bit, but then I just took a little, like their little taster spoons, but it had like this aftertaste of like, I swear it was onion or something. Maybe it was in the brine that they mixed in there. I don't know. I wasn't prepared for a full scoop. And in fact, I think I'm gonna have to do it the way I did the matcha bug ice cream. I'm gonna have to order a kid-sized scoop. Because for some reason I still have to eat it. I still have to order an actual scoop. But yeah, it was that was interesting. Stunt eating, that's what that is. So I will have one. Their best one right now from the farmer's market, their farmer's market menu of ice creams at Salt and Straw is the chocolate, what is it? Chocolate chip zucchini bread. That one's really good actually. So let's see. Periwinkle has a lot of purples in her. Most of these have like blue and purple, except this green thing. That might blend with the wood a lot. Won't stand out much. Maybe this one. Should I do her first and then see how dark she is and then choose my own adventure with the color that makes her pop out? I gotta ink her t-shirt. We'll use the Hunt 102 nib. Yeah, I think so. I don't even know if I want to ink this because maybe I just want it to fall back. Yeah, we'll see. And also I touched up her free advice letters. I just dipped one of my brushes in ink and was hoping for like a just block letter brush kind of effect, and it didn't really look like that. So I used this with ink, and then I went in with the Micron and kind of forced it to look like how I wanted it to look in the beginning. So you can kind of see the difference, like what I added. These little like stick out parts I added, and you can see like a little light line, or the ink isn't the same ink. But that looks better. It looks more purposeful and as I intended it to look. Okay, so what do I need? I don't need you. I'm not gonna use a Micron. I'm still practicing with nibs, so put this away. And set this aside. Look, I just love granulating colors for some reason. These are my Schmincke ones up here. Watch Streak from Jamboree Handouts. Thank you. The letters look so good. They're better, right? Yeah, they were, this is kind of what I intended. They're not supposed to be perfect, but they weren't supposed to look like how they ended up looking last night. You can watch the VOD and see like where they started, where they are. This is better. Yeah, just needed a little touch up. Put my training wheels back on and got the Micron out. How you doing, Jamboree? Oh, did you hear you did hear about my my pickle, how I chickened out on the pickle sorbet. Have to save it for another day. Can you blame me though, really? Sometimes you just want something tasty. The additions are great. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's see. I need this one, my ink. I got plenty of water for upcoming watercolor ink, and then this guy. This is the one. Sleeping Ninja. Oh no. Good to see you again. How was your time? You were traveling to conventions and stuff. White, let's see. I bet you it comes up here. Yeah. All right. I put a little note. That's Ebass. Ebass is the artist who has a lot of experience using these types of things, who helped me out a bunch. Sleeping Ninja yesterday. Look, you know how you said I could squeeze the hunt nibs to fit a little more snugly into this, was it Tachikawa, whatever, or any of these types of nib holders? Look what I took out, and I squeezed them to fit. The first one, I squeezed it too hard, and it just like, it made it crack, which I thought that's okay maybe. So I tried to like shove one of these into the nib base to like get it to open up to fit. I just couldn't do it. Luckily we have a box of them, but I don't want to just ruin them all. So yeah, this works. I tried it again, and I didn't shoot for the stars this time. I figured let's just get it to stick, and it sticks. Look at that. It's not the tightest fit, but that's okay. Because then if it's a tight fit, it's going to be hard to get out and clean, and it's going to hold liquid and get rusty and corroded, and then I'd have to get rid of this thing too. What an adventure. Inking supplies. I'm super happy about it. So then, to repeat myself, I ended up getting these. I ordered them a while ago, and I got them a couple days ago. This blue pumpkin something or other, and this, let's see. At least I can tell you what the silver one is. It's Rosen Pattern, very flexible. So what I learned, better tight though, because you don't want a wobbly nib. Let's see. Yeah, it is a little wobbly. Yeah, look at that. All right, I got some work to do. So anyways, I was trying these super soft nibs, and they just put down so much ink. I had to dip them so frequently that I was like, oh, okay, I don't exactly like the way this is going. And I was learning to appreciate the one that you guys all swear by, this Hunt 102, is it? Because you don't have to dip it as long, which is reminded me, I was surprised by that. Exactly. It says Sleeping Ninja. The Sleeping Ninja is awake. How are your travels? I saw beach pictures. Jamboree, I'm pretty good. I ate ice cream, so even weird ice cream is a good day. Let's see. Sleeping Ninja says, I'm going to Chicago tomorrow. Tomorrow? Well, thank you for spending some time with me today. So, I am going to ink her shirt with the Hunt one. The 102. I don't need a thick line. You saw Matt Marsilia last week. Do you remember? I totally do. So I met Sleeping Ninja in the beginning of our comic book careers at Top Cow. And Matt Marsilia was one of the artists that was there. I was talking about him Saturday, I think. We went to, Joel and I, and Liz Brizzy too. You know her. We all went to gallery opening at CoPro Gallery, and it was for Heavy Metal magazine. And I made a joke about like, I don't see any Revolution pages from Matt Marsilia here, because that was like one of the first coloring jobs that I did. And I make a joke about it because they were like topless cave people, because Heavy Metal magazine, I guess. So I had to show my mom, like she's wondering, what are you doing with yourself? I'm coloring comics. All right, show me. I was like, oh no. So I made, I put little bikinis on them before I sent them to mom. Yeah. So how's he doing? I haven't heard anything about him in forever. He mentioned my colors. And he liked them. They're like an old Mitch Hedberg joke about like, I saw you live. And Mitch Hedberg was saying, just say, and you were good at the end. Because, I don't know, it made me laugh when I heard it. Let's see. Matt is working on his Juan story. It's a great story. Juan? His own story. Okay. Matt is working on his own story. It's a great story. Yeah, he likes Mott. Wish he had you still, but can't afford to pay you. Yeah, I'm not even coloring interiors anymore, so thank you, Matt Marsilia. I hope you're doing well. All right, I'm gonna start this. I made a circle again, which I shouldn't have done. I should just stick to straight lines. Yeah, that was a kind of fun moment in time. Working there with everybody.
Game over.
Yeah, everybody's hiring colorists from Brazil now. I don't think I'd be able to find a lot of work if I chose to stick with that as a career. So what's he gonna do with his own story? Self-published, Kickstarter kind of thing, or is he looking to shop it around? I was told that Kickstarter and crowdfunding is definitely the way to go, and you put a retailer incentive. What do you call it when those sections of Kickstarter? Coffin calls their own things claims, and Kickstarter calls them what is it called? Rewards. Goodness gracious. So yeah, do a Kickstarter for your book. Create a reward that's a retailer incentive type of thing, so you can get it into stores that way, and build a fan base outside of just the Kickstarter itself. There are brick and mortar places here and there. So I thought that was fantastic advice. Yeah, this is actually, it's like a loose tooth, this nib. I told him about Kickstarter, but he wasn't familiar with it. Oh my God, Matt Marsilia, you're crazy. I told him I'm here to explain it all for him. And he has me and Joel to do covers for him. Oh yeah. Oh, does Joel know? That's pretty funny. That's good. he was probably one of the only artists that didn't live with us or stay with us for a time. You didn't live with us either, but you hung out enough. We just had a 2-bedroom, and being that a bunch of new artists were coming around, they would stay with us for a time. You just offered Joel up unbeknownst to Joel. Joel, you're gonna do a cover for Marcelia's Create Her Own. No, you know what? I'm really happy for him. I hope that book does really well. He should absolutely learn about Kickstarter and get that going. It's a long road otherwise. Just like, here I am, got my little corner of the internet sliced open. Come visit. Anybody? Hello? And at least Kickstarter can boost that some. He never stayed with you guys. I got his own studio apartment. Yeah, I don't know where I guess he had an apartment. He had like a big dog. And I don't remember anything else about his living situation. I thought he was still doing tattoos. MZJ just came on to say hi. Thank you so much. How you doing over there? We still haven't made it back to your part of the world. She's on Instagram hanging out, watching. Okay, I'm like, what do you call it? Oh, sorry, Instagram. There you go. Let me put some stuff here so I can scooch over. I'm stalling because I can't make circles with this crazy nib. Still stalling. I don't even care. Okay. So I wonder what kind of ice cream varieties they're gonna have next month. They did a farmer's market thing for August. September, like what is that gonna be? Back to school? Like pencil shaving flavors or something? You're missed. We need another pub night. I know, right? Yeah, your art is really fantastic. Okay, I'm circling. It's happening. We didn't see the Tower of London. We're not much of a, like, see the old museum kind of stuff type of travelers. We just want to kind of walk around, go into restaurants. I don't know, just see cities as a whole and not go into museums for as much. Not that we're against it, but everyone says it's so interesting. The Tower of London, if I'm saying the right place, that's the place where they would torture people, right? And yeah, we never saw it, and I regret it. Oh my goodness, circle. Be a circle. Good enough. So sweet. I could watch you draw for ages. The struggle, right? It makes my goal is to make sure everybody knows that you could do this too. You just keep trying. Try not to make the same mistake too many times. No, it's not. It's a nice to walk by. I'll send you pictures. Oh, really? Okay. Okay, so let's see. This is going to be the worst one because now it needs to match something. At least if I messed up on the first part of the circle, don't worry about it. It's all cartoon t-shirt. So I think maybe this nib stuff, I might want to keep doing it for the rough watercolor paper. But the smooth stuff, this could have been like a micron situation. It's not smooth. This is Arch's hot press watercolor paper. It's expensive enough that I would just get some other sort of paper. Bristol would be fine. I'm not super into this as I am like the rough paper, which is really interesting. It makes the watercolor, oh my goodness, makes the watercolor dry with really interesting patterns. It's gonna be a thick circle line now. I'm off to bed. Good night. Good night, miss. Sweet dreams. Thank you so much for the kind words. I don't have a clock for London time. Let's see. London time. Ah, it's like midnight 30 over there. Oh, go to bed. Goodness, go to bed. He's like, I don't know. We don't know. I do little hashy marks. I think I won't. I think I'll just make that a color. Let's see. Oops. Just make little line things here. T-shirty wrinkles and whatnot. Okay, so dry, and then we'll do periwinkle colors first. Let me be all nib hygienic and dip this in water and dab it and take care of my stuff. Okay. So I could okay, every time I remind myself, there's a wet on wet thing I like to do around her eyes, so that they have like a ring of color, not a ring of color, kind of like this. How Dr. Sirius, he's got red eyes. So part of it, the wet on wet, is to get the like the softer of the shades to kind of bleed out a bit, and then let it dry, and then do more of a detail kind of smear of red. So when I do her, I need to remember, so that way I could be ready with the color I want while she's still wet. But also, I always forget to do that shadow color that they put on them. So I could put a periwinkle kind of color first in the shadiest of shady spots. And then I got this Potter's pink color that I was gonna try to use for her skin tone. I'm not sure, I'm always trying to mix her skin tone. I tried to find a color that was close. I ended up buying a similar color that I had. So a little something like that. Where's the other one that I got? Did I make a swatch for it? I don't even think I made a swatch for it. I was just like, darn it. Here it is though. This guy. Oh. I bought this at our local art store. They have, if for a small store, they have everything, most things that we need. And what they don't have, they can order. So we just like to go visit, do the brick and mortar thing, like good little consumers. Do you want to color my Tyler Kirkham cover for Final Boss? Oh, look at you, that's perfect timing. How am I supposed to say no to you? How, sir? You know how to get in touch with me. You don't have to do business on a Twitch chat, sir. Sir. Well played. Let's see. This periwinkle color. That's the one. I might have to buy some more of that, aren't I? Let's digging a nice old well in there. Okay, let's see. Some of the stuff I definitely don't need right now. Put my pokies away. There. Pencils, erasers, everything in its place. The drawing stuff I can find when I put away. The painting stuff, for some reason, I guess I haven't memorized where I put all of it. So I lost this paint because I put it away with other paint. Okay, so let's see. I might want to mix little Payne's Gray with the periwinkle. Well, it just came to mind, sorry. The Sleeping Ninja, that's fine. I don't mind. Okay. Oh, brush. So, let's see. I have favorites. Or just regular watercoloring. And, yeah, I think it's the bigger Raphael one. It's 404, yeah. So then the smaller version of this Raphael 8404, I think the number 2 is one that inkers like to use. This is a number 5, so I like it for watercolor. I don't know what the difference is. This is a 8408. It just seems a little sharper, more streamlined. Are they, this is a 4 and that's a 5. So, but I think I like this one instead of this one because this is firmer, has that nice little point. So I'm gonna put this guy aside. All right, so maybe, let's see, I'm trying to think who wants to do shadow color. There's probably this little one. The little one for these little spots that I want to do. And this bigger one for her regular wash of color. And then this sharp one for like eye details or something. Let's do that. Okay. All right. Oh, I'm gonna dip this in ink. Let me close up my ink. I'm gonna pick a mixing brush. Let's see. This guy will do. I don't want to jam my nice brushes. Swish them. Let's see. Let's see what I'm like, the horrible color mixing I do. Let's see. I'd say that's probably fine enough. It's a Winsor & Newton Series 7 miniature brush. I like it. It holds a lot of water, a lot of paint. Did I fix it? Yes. So I'll try to find an inconspicuous spot in case I mess up or I don't like the color. I'll just put it on too heavy. Not too bad. So if I do these shadow pieces, let them dry, and then do her regular base color all over, I think that'll work. I'll still have like a nice hard shadow cut thing, but it'll all be kind of uniform with the skin tone I put over it. That's what I see when people who know what they're doing are doing when they do it. So just copy. Oops, too much. So let's see. Chicago tomorrow. Okay. So then you're going to be in the land of giant thick pizzas and my favorite hot dog. Chicago style hot dogs are the actual best hot dogs. And I keep trying to make them here at home. But for one thing, I can't find sesame seed, or no, poppy seed buns. I found perfect little Wiener Frank things. They're in the, like the deli meat cheese area. They're like cartoon style. They're all hooked together. So you have to cut them apart. I think that's funny. I found celery salt, and then what else do they have? It's poppy seed bun, nice quality wiener. They boil them, which is fine. They don't overboil. They don't grill them. And then they kind of steam the bun over when the hot dog's just about done being cooked. They'll steam the bun a little, soften it up. So it's the hot dog, sliced tomatoes, onions, which I kind of leave the onions out. I don't want the onions. Long pickles, relish, really bright green relish for some reason, that's tradition. Celery salt and mustard, no ketchup. That's a big no-no. But it's so good. I can't find one here. Like to order one, I don't want to have, that's the thing. When you make your own hot dog, you're gonna have like enough to make 8 of them. I don't want that many. And I don't want hot dogs every day. Wow, that doesn't sound that bad actually. One shouldn't eat hot dogs every day. I feel like it needs a tiny bit of a darker color, because as soon as I try to get more color by laying more watercolor down, it just pools. So, okay, let's see what we could do. Choices were made. We'll see how it goes. I like Chicago dogs. I like fried eggs on my burger. I like pineapple on my pizza. If I had to choose between 2 weird ice cream flavors, if the choices were between matcha and mealworms or pickle sorbet, I'd probably choose the matcha and mealworms, because at least that tasted really good. It's just, you know, you have to be okay with eating bugs, which I wouldn't say I'm okay with it, but it was good. They tasted nutty. So the flavors were there. Pickle sorbet. Somebody at Salt and Straw was like, hear me out. I got the great idea. Pickle sorbet. And everyone's like, oh yeah, bold move. I don't understand. This is a better color. I don't have to work as hard to make it show up. You know what I should just do? I should just throw this whole back arm into shadow. Throw it back there. Like something like that. Bold move. There you go. Maybe scooch this a little like that. Okay. Expert colorist dropping shadows. That's what I do. That's why they pay me the big bucks. Or used to. I'm like, no more. I can't do it anymore. I think the last color thing I did was for Lady Mechanica, their Kickstarter, one of their Kickstarter wraparound covers, and some other limited cover thing. Joe Benitez is a fantastic artist. So is Sia who's the other artist for that book. Okay. For like step 1, that's fine. Do some more here. I like to think they're giant, they're giant square heads, like cast big shadows on their shoulders. Let's give her shirt a little dimension. Oh, look at that. I wouldn't dare try to paint some little biceps or something. I don't have that brush control. Let's do it all right here. Okay. I mean, I guess I could just not reserve it to her skin. It's got shadows everywhere. And like leave little highlights in the peaks. She's got like these valleys and peaks of the curls of her hair. And if I don't touch the peaks of them, this kind of goes behind. Drop that up back. But if I don't touch the peaks of some of them, then they turn into like shiny spots. So, yeah. I have to say it out loud so I could remember to do it. I'll just go right over it otherwise. I think that works. I remember when I was doing the inks, I was trying to just picture making my job painting this a little easier by adding more super dark and then kind of trail off the lines to kind of create a gray kind of mid-tone. And I figured then when I do the painting, you just swoop it in there real easy. Sometimes it works, other times it's like, ah, you didn't do it right, so you have to fix it. All right. I like that. I'll leave it like that. Okay, so then I'm guessing from what I've seen more experienced people do, they let it dry and then they just go in with colors over it and everything looks all nice and unified. I'm just about to bust out the blow dryer The heat gun, sorry, it's not a hair tool. It's a tool. Wait, what's it say about me? Okay, there. This guy.
Game begin.
I have to erase some lines off of her whole face. Look at her. She's ready to help.
When the drum beats go, play this.
I adjusted the white balance on this camera, so now it's a little closer, less warm. A little bit still, but I like it better. Let's see. I'm cleaning off my eraser. Oh no! Escapee. Okay, let's see. All right. Nothing smeared. I think I got all the stuff. I don't need to take all the pencil line off, but if it's going straight down the middle of the face, then it's not. All right. So here's my lesson number 2 for myself. Not for you guys. You already know this. The wet on wet, or Perry's skin tone, that's fine. Wet all her face where I want it, but I have to have that eye color prepared already because I'm gonna have to use it pretty quickly, and I never ever do it. So let's do that now. Smells like eraser dust and stuff in my pans. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, I wonder.
Game over.
I'm looking at her skin tone color. It's gonna have a base of this. It's kind of like a warm brick color, but I want to dilute it some. Free shrugs. Yeah. Her shirt. And so that blendy eye color, I haven't figured out the right amount of wet paint to do the wet on wet yet. Sometimes I try it and I've waited too long and it doesn't spread out. but sometimes I do it too quickly and it just like feathers across everything. So let's see. I'll get it at some point. Yeah, I guess the eye color is somewhere in between here. So let's mix a couple of that together. There we go. That's so bright. I love this color. It's UV reactive. That was a nice surprise. Let's see. See. A little secret fun for everybody. I was looking at glow-in-the-dark stickers. They just have like that green color. It's like a greenish yellow, and it doesn't, the sticker itself doesn't have a lot of detail. And I was wondering, like, does anybody really like glow-in-the-dark stickers? The spooky season is coming up, so if I want to make some, better do it now. Little Grump pumpkin head glow-in-the-darks. I can make a small batch of them. I would really like fluorescent paint in a sticker. So what's the deal with fluorescent paint? Does it really gum up everybody's printing machines? Because it's so rare to come across something that includes a fluorescent color. And when it does, it's like an add-on expense. All right, I think this is probably fine. Okay, let's give it a little test. What is this one? Rough watercolor. That's good. It's like an orchidy pink purple. What happens if I wet it a lot? Yeah, I like that. Okay, step one, mix that, done. Step two, figure out her skin color. Okay, let's see. These are little sauce dishes. I think I don't know if they're from Daiso or like some restaurant supply place. I think there was Daiso. All right, skin color. Let's see. Not like regular skin color, periwinkle skin color. She's kind of like yeah, see, that's pretty good. She's peachy purple skin color. Huh. Is that gonna work? It can't be that easy. Hold on. Because this has been on my palette forever. Maybe the brick color scared me off? So, okay, let's see. Let's see. What in the world? It's just... Here we go. It's a little dark. probably where I go off the rails. I mix it with something. Let's see. I feel like I've been down this path many times. I just keep mixing more and more. Pretty close. It needs a little periwinkle lavender or something. Is that enough? Okay, let's see. Oh my goodness. No matter where I grab, it's right in the puddle. Yeah, I think that's it. I think it, okay, so it kind of, I was looking at these two things. That better be enough. They look the same, except this one was really watered down and this one has more paint in it. And I kind of like the version that has more paint, because if it's really watered down, it gets so much pigment settles into like the rim of the color when it dries. It could look nice, but not on the face, not too much on the face. Maybe a little bit around the eyes, but okay. So let's see. Here, let's wet it some. I could start with her arms or something, since I'm chicken about it. There we go. Yep. Blue is pretty strong. That's fine. Whoops. That's a lot. Okay, let's try that. Kind of the right color. It's not, this hot press isn't as fun as the rough. Stop making cool watercolor looking puddles. Oh, I dripped some. I didn't see that. I'm drying the brush off and seeing if I could just skim some of that extra off without dabbing it with the paper towel. That's better. Professional. So is it wet enough or too wet? I feel like it's too wet for the eye drips. This is the question. How long do you wait for this kind of stuff? Oh, I just had it. Oh, there it is. See that? Okay, give me the little brush, the teeny tiny one, in miniature. All right, hold on. I already know where this is going. Let me get a little piece to dab with. There, for when it travels. Okay, let's see how much I got here. No, it's not too bad. It's behaving. There's a little eye back there. Whoops. Huh. Okay. Kinda worked. Just like the hint of blushiness, and then when it dries, it'll go back with the harsher color. When it dries. I'm not waiting. Is it dry? Poke it to see if it's dry. Okay. we're doing it. I think it's dry enough. Wow, I dripped it again. So messy. And it's wrinkly. Look at this. Okay, let's do it. You have to whisper. Don't startle the paint. One extra layer of dark hair. I think that's a little better. Her eyes are pretty easy. They're just this amethysty color. What is it? Kind of amethyst? I'd call that amethyst. That little purple color. It's like the color of Vince Nine's name. Just pretty purple. Freckles too. Let's see. Can I dot that tiny? I'm gonna give it a try. Oh, I think I can do it. Where are you? Hold on. It's like, am I making contact? Okay, yes. Oh, look at that. Okay, did it. The teeny tiny freckles. Almost right on the money. All right, so if that's, she's pretty, her skin's real light, hair's kind of dark, so I guess like a middle tone. Hi Beth, look at you go. Hi Liz. Look at me go indeed. Oh my gosh. I still haven't returned Nono's sweater. We have a plan to do it, or Mark said to do it on Saturday or something. So I'll return it, and I'll make sure they know that it wasn't, because it wasn't your fault. So then, let's see. Maybe this crazy red color, what is it? The Aurora Pink, the second from the left. That might be a good background color. It's not super dark. And I like it. Is this the one I used for this guy? Yeah, probably. Wait, no. That's Aurora. Is that... I can't tell now. They look very similar. What would you say? It might be Aurora Red. No, look at that. This little collection of color right here. I think it's the pink. Okay. And this one's on cold press paper. What is this? I think it's the same. All right. Hold on though. So then should I do the little square behind her first since it's lighter? I could do it in another granulating color. This weird yellow lavender. These, do they match? Do I care? I think they match. All right, let's do that. First, light to dark, right? Light to dark. So let's see. Okay. What did I say? Okay. Wait, so then where is that? Oh, he's over here. See? Because I didn't put it away. I could find it real fast. Right here. Under my hand. So that weird khaki color, it's going to separate into... It should separate into a yellow lavender. I still want to find this color in just a flat watercolor, not pearlescent. I keep finding super vibrant blue colors. I wonder if that's hard to make as a watercolor. Oh, whoops. All right, ready. It's kind of like sick mucus color right now. But then right away, the lavender starts to float. All right, that's plenty. What am I? I'm just having fun digging into the paint. Okay, let's see. Maybe you can see. Hold on. Let's see if I can show you. So there's a lot of purple there, and then it leaves the yellow behind. That's the way it's supposed to work, anyways. Depends on the mood of the paint. Your guess is as good as mine what this will decide to do. All right. Now do your thing. Do magic. Go. I don't think it's gonna do it. I think it's gonna stay this color. So what is this now? Hot press? Doesn't like hot press. Doesn't do magic. Like, can I force it? All right, we'll see what that does. So then I'm supposed to let it dry naturally, so it has the most time for those little paint particles to separate. I don't have that patience. I could do her t-shirt, so maybe Grump's little face can be that same color. Emoji Grump. Let's do it. We'll see if there's any difference at all with these two little pieces of, it's like Shire, what is it called? Shire Yellow, Schmincke Shire Yellow, super granulating watercolor. It does what it wants. You dry yet? How about now? How about now? Takes forever. See, Photoshop, instant dry. So let's see. What color circle should we make? Keep it in the purples and pinks. I got a lot of periwinkle color. I could match your eyeball. I could do like the center of the circle periwinkle and then the ring outside that crazy orchidy pink color. Let's try that. Do I have some hanging around? No. Then I have to wait for the paint to dry. I'm just gonna put it in. I'm gonna do the pink. And if it goes in the middle, then good. I want it to. It's behaving. That's not too bad. Yeah. Relatively painless. How are you trying? It didn't do any of the granulation thing I was looking forward to. Oh, I had the wrong thing. That little square doesn't look like that. So what kind of paper is this? It has just, it's just, I don't know, regular paper has like a slight kind of texture to it. So more texture is more better. So we'll see. So we're gonna do this color, and this one is cold press. So then I think it's just gonna end up looking like flat. It's gonna look like flat purple, isn't it? Here, let's see. So okay, here's the thing. I need the cheat sheet because these all look the same. Yep, that's the one. Look at that. Just dark. Yeah, let's see. You can kind of see that secondary color, not as a color, but just different pigment mixed in there. So pan number 2, don't forget. And let's try, get this guy. So I could get it into these little spots. I don't think I need to mix anything. How opaque should I make it?
Game begin.
Any guesses? Do you think it's going to be as uneventful as the other granulating watercolor? Okay, that's a lot. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it's super dark.
When the drum beats go like this.
See, it's so hopeful. It has like the blues in there and some purple. Maybe. I am 60% hopeful. Ooh, it just did a teal thing in the watered down separate pan that I'm using. This paper is not cooperating. should, next time, I think I've said this before, tape it onto like another board or something. Keep it from going crazy. One day I might actually do it. Trying to grab the little fuel puddle that it's leaving.
Game over.
Hold on. I'll show you. Look at this. See that in the pan? There's like little teal bits, blue teal, whatever. Minty blue, what is that? Sky blue? Mixed in with the cranberry color? I'll keep trying to pick those up. Stay. It's a really pretty color. It's doing a granulate. Okay. Oh, it's just kind of blotchy. Hold on. Okay, and now we wait. Oh shoot. Jamboree handouts with the clutch catch there. Thank you. I forgot the little crook in her elbow. Thank you so much. Ah. Phew. Thank you, seriously. You're like, I'm gonna wait. She's gonna see, she's gonna get it. She's not gonna get it. She's gonna miss it. I better say something. Thank you very much. Just a silly little painting. So let's see. And then, can I just make that a little darker without getting into too much trouble here? Inside her elbow, it just needs another layer of color to make it match. All right, that's fine. Yeah, some of it granulated pretty well. The free advice paper, that could be just a little wash of, what could I do? Like an umbery kind of thing? Or like gray titanium, just kind of splashed around in there. How much of the black will I obscure if I use a light color. If I use a watered down dark color, I won't cover as much. Okay. At least that's my guess. So then what do I have? Let's see. What if I use a really watered down brown in Payne's Gray? What if I just put some brown into this stuff here? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Pretty blue, and it has that periwinkle in it, so I don't know if that's gonna work. It's like tarnish green brown. I don't hate it. It could work. What if it's real watery? It's just gonna, it's like a cool gray, or it's not that interesting. It doesn't have to be interesting though. I think it's overall too dark. Here, I'll do a little side dish. More water, less paint, and see what happens. That might work. It just looks like a dirty paper, which is kind of what I want. All right, I think that's kind of what I was expecting and hoping. So good. No surprises. I'll show you some of that. What was it? Aurora pink came out nice. See that? I don't know how I did that. If I just put it extra and then tried to sop it up some. Or maybe I waited and I grabbed some of the paint while it was like in this state. It's really separated. And maybe I just grabbed a good chunk of that and then put it in the background. And then I feel like her, well, I don't want to make her darker because then she'll just sink back into the background. Should I put a darker color? Did I stuck my finger in that again? Should I put a darker color around the outside? What do I have? I've got all the colors. So I think these are all too similar. I could just do super bright pink and make it obnoxious. Say again?
Leave it white.
Oh, Joel says leave it white. He's like, don't do it. Most likely Marsh. Hey, she looks great. Thank you so much.
Leave it too thick. Holding one.
How is your arting going? I didn't visit. I think I saw you were arting and not gaming. Most likely Marsh does graphic art stuff. And I think most likely Marsh also, your commissions are open? Is that still true? Yeah, let's see if I can manage a shout out here. Let's see. Yes and yes. Okay. Most likely Marsh. Talented artist. Open for commissions. What else could you ask for? Let's see. Oh yeah, Joel says to do a holding line along the outside. I was thinking of like dropping a shadow just straight across here to kind of scooch it back a little, just across the whole thing. He's like, do what you want. I don't know. Just stop putting your fingers in the wet paint. Power wash simulator. The depth looks so good. Thank you. Power wash simulator. I could see why that'd be a thing, because when you watch people power wash stuff, it's like, wow, look at that. That one was under all of that grime. Maybe I'm super fascinated by it right now because our courtyard area could use like a serious power wash. And it's just like, oh, someone could just come around. Okay, hold on, let's see. Just want to do that. I feel like I want this brush in like a... Is that color too light? Should I darken it up with some blue and do the same thing? Just a little bit right there. You can power wash silly things like a shoe-shaped house. Oh, oh, that's probably really cool, and it just looks like grimy gray-brown. But then when you wash it, it's there's like different colors of leather or something. They have a Shrek DLC to clean a dirty Shrek. That's funny. Just a little something like that. It's satisfying more than anything. Okay, so let's see. Holding line. I have the technology for that. I think I'll just do the hunt one, because I know I can get a thick line out of the pumpkin blue pumpkin and the rose, but it can get unwieldy. I don't have the... I'm just not good enough yet. Let's fix that. There you go. Here, let me reduce the hazards by a little bit and close up some of these things. Okay, there, and look at me putting things away. Where's your lid? Right here. We got these at the local art store. Okay, put you not away, just to the side. Because if I put you out of my sight, it just stops existing. I'm like a infant, no object permanence. Okay, here, let's do this. All right, there we go. Let's see. So where's the best place for this? Right there? Yeah, clear over so that way I could drip on the way across the page. Okay, so pull. Oh, look at that. It just totally bled. But that's not even a wet spot. So we'll try it again? Or am I asking for trouble? I could just get a micron. And I could just make this like an extra, like, dark spot. It'd probably end up looking cool. I'm gonna go for it still, undeterred. I need like a little piece of paper. Oh, my paper is nice. You know what we saw yesterday? There's a farmer's market close to us, and they block off the left-hand turn lane because, you know, that's the left straight into the farmer's market. And I think you're not even supposed to do U-turns. I think they just want you to go straight, shove off. Most people will do a U-turn. There's always honking. But we're walking on our way to ice cream, actually. And someone was in the left-hand turn lane. They had their blinker on. They're waiting to turn, honking. And there's one guy, though. He slowed down and he rolled down his window so he could holler at the guy. The guy was in a truck. And he's like, you know, the shake your fist, holler out the window type of deal. No left turns or whatever, which is, you know, correct. But the guy was actually, it was the end of the farmer's market, and he was actually there to help people unload. Someone was there waiting to move the pylon so he could get in with his truck and they could pack up and leave. So, but the guy had no idea. He slowed down to roll down his window, to yell at the guy, shake his fist, and then he drove off into the sunset, just thinking he did everybody a favor, I guess. Meanwhile, that guy had every right to do his thing. And I was just thinking how proud of that himself the yeller was. And I was like, well, I guess it just happens that way. And we got ice cream, and it was good. Let's see. It's like, where can I stick my fingers? Eric's right about the loose nib. I could feel it kind of wiggling around. But I tried to tighten it up more. And it cracked. I busted it. That kind of looks cool. So this is a really good exercise, what not to do. I keep making blobs, but it kind of works where they end up. So it's task failed successfully kind of stuff. But that's super wet, so I try not to run my fingers over it. No promises. I keep blotting. I'm just doing something wrong. Pushing down too hard, maybe? Do I have the wrong? No, I got the right focus. Oops. These are the bacon looking boards. I'm running out of finger spots. Let's see. One here, one here. Let's go. Touch the ink. Okay. Oh my gosh, that scraping. All right, so I've got like all these ink hazards. I want to do like one more dark thing around the center, but I gotta let some of this dry. There, look at that. Nib hygiene. All right, so let's see. What kind of whites do I have? Is this all right? No, that's not opaque enough. I have like the Pentel correction fluid stuff. Let's see. Oh, it's there. It's where it's supposed to be. Just sunk down. Here, let's close this. There's like a feathery blotch right here. I just want to ever so slightly kind of flatten that out. There. Now it looks just like wood rot or something rather than an ink bloop. Yeah, I like some of those like random ink blobs. They showed me like how much thicker I can make it. It just keeps looking better. But you have to be able to control it. You can't just like, oh, cool, a nice ink blob that worked in my favor. That's not great. Let's see. So yeah, I think I'll leave it here for now, and then when it super dries, I'll go back and do like another thick one around the center. See, I like those thick lines. That's a nice little corner right there. And 10% of it was accidental. So I have to learn what happened and why it worked so I could do it intentionally. There's the boo-boo one. Oh, Bruce. Bruce, the digital painter. Hi, Mew. Looks great. Did you paint then ink? I inked first, then I did watercolor, and then I went over with some more ink again. I was trying to, I don't have a lot of practice with nib pens, so we happen to have a bunch from like old comic book illustration days. I was a colorist. My husband and a bunch of our friends were artists. So I've got like a huge supply of nibs and nib holders, and I thought I'd experiment with them. So far, and I just keep kind of laughing about myself. I went all around the world just to rediscover that the best one is the one that they all use anyway, which is the Hunt 102, I think. These softer ones, this is like a pumpkin blue something or other. These softer ones have nice line weight variation, but they empty the ink so quickly. It's just constant dipping. You get a lot of line out of this plain one. So yeah, I did the inks first, watercolor, and then I inked again because it felt like there's enough line weight and variation when it was just ink on paper. And then as soon as I started watercoloring over it, the inks kind of just didn't stand out anymore. So added a little more there at the end. And some parts work really nice. I'm gonna let it dry, and then I'll do more in the middle. See, now that I'm beefing up the line art, she needs beefed up line art too. It's just like it's like an arms race for thick lines. We'll see. That's my free advice for today. Bruce, thank you so much for coming around and saying hi though. I appreciate it. Yeah, I think I'm about ready to call it a day. What are we gonna do next week? I still have to draw more or fill up the vending machine with more original art pieces. It's got some in there. I still need to put these in there. These beauties. But yeah, I still need to experiment with my new watercolor paper. Rough. Oh, look at this. Okay, so here's the Arches Rough watercolor. Cold press. And then this one is hot press, which I'm not super excited about. You can buy way cheaper paper that functions the same. Bruce is fine, by the way. I slid in a while back. Thank you. I recently been trying watercolor and ink myself. How are you liking it? I keep learning new stuff. Like the most recent thing I learned was about the difference of trying to use a lighter color watercolor or watering down a dark one to still just get a light wash. Like there's pros and cons. The lighter color, pretty even, but it will kind of obscure line art, and I like to paint line art stuff. And the washy stuff works well, but then it gets that really contrasty waterline where it dries, which might work perfectly, or you might hate it. Yeah, what else did I learn? I finally have my favorite brushes. So a mix of synthetic and genuine Kolinsky, whatever. Yeah, I think these are my favorite. I like the itty bitty one because I could do detail. This synthetic, nice sharp one I like because it covers more area and I can get into little spots. And this is nice just to cover a bunch of inches. Bruce says, it's awesome. Same here. I like loose watercolor first, then ink on top. Yeah, that might be a good thing to try too. For me, anyway. Those are nice. Thank you very much. I guess it's the feel of how it looks. Yeah, I mean, it's just do what you want and then take notes of what worked and why. I mean, that's what I'm doing, just trying to figure it out as I go. Some things are like, I get most excited when it comes out the way I'm expecting, because then I feel like I have control over something. But most of the time I'm in like the happy accidents phase. So I would like to be able to like corral that in and do some on purpose stuff more often anyway. Yeah, this needs to dry. So, all right. So Bruce, thank you so much for hanging out. I'm gonna call it an evening while I wait for this to dry. It has a loose feel. Yeah, I mean, I like it. I'm not, and I don't want to be a very technical kind of painter. I want to just do some weird, silly stuff and looser, scribblier sometimes. So even this is a little too dialed in. I want it to be scribblier. I don't even know how else to explain it. Do I have any, I think I put my originals away. But I don't think I have an example of scribbly in here. These are all just silly. No, not the best example. The same. But I like how she's just scribbly and bothered. You know? All right, so let's see. I'm gonna do the thanks for watching. Bruce, hope to see you again Tuesday. I mostly do Tuesday streams at 4 p.m. Pacific time, sometimes Wednesdays. And maybe I'll be brave enough to try that pickle sorbet and report back to how a full scoop settles. So I don't know. Sometimes I like delicious things, so no promises. Shadow, thank you for hanging out. Jamboree, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Everyone, thank you. I'll see you again next Tuesday. Have a good one.